Alrighty then, greetings everybody, welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video, and in today's video we're actually going to be using Bronya. Bronya is going to be the main focus of the video, but not Bronya, more so of the relic that she's wearing. As you can see here, we have the Sunday piece on my Bronya, and that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit and compare, because when farming for this piece, you're going to be comparing this piece to the Eagle set, right? And the Eagle set, oh, the 4th piece is really good. So these are my rolls, and if you don't know what the Sunday set does, let me explain to you. The 2-piece does, the 2-piece increases your speed by 6%, as you can see right here, but the 4th piece is pretty important and meta changing. When using skill or ultimate on an allied target, increases the ability's target crit damage by 18%, lasting for 2 turns. This effect can be stacked up to 2 times. That's relatively meta. So right here we have a casual, very free to play Facial team. Oh my god, I almost forgot her name. And I'm just going to be giving my honest thoughts, talking about this relic and just going over it. So with all that being said, if you are new around here, please do consider, oh my god, I almost, bro. Okay, please do consider liking, subscribing, and joining the Celery Army, because I definitely do think we can hit 5k subscribers before the year ends. So let's get this shit started already, shall we? Alright, so I'm gonna just get this thing set up, right? And I'm gonna talk about it more so, the pros and cons, in a little bit, because obviously the set's really good. A little bit of crit damage, who doesn't love crit damage? Like come on, it's just good. Crit damage is something that I feel like any DPS character of any sort just benefits from. So let's actually look at my Robin's 5. It's 5. So we should be able to get my Robin ultimate. Yeah. Okay. I'm such a scholar. Yeah. Alright. Lovely. So then we'll just do this. I'm going to use my Robin ultimate. And then now is when the show really begins, because now we're going to be talking a little bit about this. So right here we see my Facial only has 273 crit Yo, where did all this crit damage come from? Crit damage is 60%. Yo, what? That's a lot. I could... video idea. I'm going to get it to 400, because this is insane. This is actually insane. Right, so here's what we're going to be talking about and showcasing, right? So, right here, very important. I use my E. I pull up anybody. Bam. They get 18% crit damage for free. Just give it to them. Look at that. Oh my god, 368 crit damage. And as you can see, the buff is right here. Each stack increases crit damage dealt by 18%. This effect can be stacked up to 2 times, lasting for 2 turns. So, this set is actually really good on basically any single DPS. And just look at the damn. We missed a crit, but that's just so much damage. She should be dead here. Oh my god. Oh my days. That's actually insane. I don't want to use this on you, but whatever. That is a lot of damage. I probably should have used her ultimate, but we should still kill. Oh, we did a kill. Oh my days. I should have used her. I should have used ult. I should have used ult, skill, and then ult. Whatever. But here's... oh, that's a perfect run. Here's a little bit of a downside to this relic piece, right? So as you can see here, the crit damage is still there for 1 more turn. I'm going to be losing the crit damage stack right here. So even if I had an extra skill point, which I don't, I wouldn't be able to stack it, right? But that isn't too bad. But this does lead me on to the next part that I do want to talk about, because it's very important. I do think I could get my Robin ultimate by just doing this. Yeah, Robin has extra crit damage. Good to know. Lovely. So when taking this set into consideration, you gotta realize that this set is being compared to the Eagle set. And why is the Eagle set so important? And why do I think the Eagle set is still better than this set in some situations? The Eagle set 200 crit damage. The ego set gives you action value by 20%. Action value, if you don't know what that means, is the amount of time your character takes to take another turn. That's basically like the dumb version of explaining it. That's how I think of it, because I'm dumb, right? So if anybody wants to correct me in the comments, please do. I'll pin you, because I'm pretty sure from what I understand, that's what action value means, right? But ultimately, it's just how many turns you take in a cycle, right? And giving your character more action value, your support when you use an ultimate, is really supreme. Because if I had that set, the moment I use my Bronya ultimate right here, I could have done just a basic. My Bronya would have had a turn right here, right? But she doesn't. She just gives crit damage and no genuine action value, which isn't the end of the world. It's not, you know, like, oh my god, it's so bad. But it's a bit unfortunate, because a little bit of crit damage increase, I'm pretty sure, like, ultimately when it's all stacked up, it's like 38. So you get 38 extra crit damage, which is good. It's not the end of the world, it's not the worst. But mind you, you know what's better than a little bit of more crit damage? Allowing your support character to take another turn, and that causing you to pull up your DPS character, because that just ultimately contributes to just more damage, just a lot more than what 38 extra crit damage could do, or just simply put 18. Is it 38 or is it 36? Dude, my math is bad, but I think I know it's in the 30s if I recall correctly, right? So that's the main issue that I would say about this, right? Is that you are losing it in some DPS, but ultimately it's also a skill thing. It's I don't want to say this word, but it's kind of a skill issue, right? Because if you don't know how to properly use the ego set, like myself, then it's a case where it's like you're not optimizing it correctly. And at that point, maybe just having a little bit of extra crit damage is better than just having, you know, a action value that you're using incorrectly, so you're not genuinely benefiting from it, right? But with all things considered and all things being said, that's one major thing that I did kind of wanted to talk about. And just look at the damage that we're doing here, like, so insane. Oh my god. Not that actually wasn't that much, all things considered, but that's what I wanted to showcase and talk about a little bit, because the ego set is really good. And I did do a little bit of showcasing of the pros and cons. You're not always gonna have that extra 36 or 38% proc unless you have a sparkle, right? But even then, sometimes with a sparkle, you're not just spamming your fucking E to buff up the characters. Not all the time. Sometimes you are, but sometimes you aren't, because eventually you're gonna run out, right? But when comparing this to the ego set, I feel like that's like the main point that you want to consider. And ultimately, if you do have a really built ego set, like you see here, I have all of these built, right? Excuse me, they're not the best, but they're decent enough. I have all of these built for a lot of supports. Do I recommend to farm for the new Sunday set? Absolutely, absolutely. It's still really good, like really good. And this set could be used on characters like, let me see, on a lot of characters, as you're gonna see on screen. But the ones I can think of at the top of my head is maybe Robin, definitely Bronya, Sparkle, Ting Young, maybe Asta, maybe Ron May. Maybe I wouldn't put it on Ron May, but it could genuinely be used on a lot of characters. It could be used on a Hanya too. Hanya is slept on. Hanya is really good, and that's all I could think of from the back of my head. Probably Yukon too, right? I don't know how the AoE part works. It seems very specific. It seems like it's just one target, right? It says one ally, but maybe you could cheat your way. So with all that being said, if you are new around it, please do consider liking, subscribing, and joining the Celery Army. And yeah, see ya. Thank you for the views.